the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Two teams have met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll give this down to the 42-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw again. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Giants hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gano the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite a this time because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball player.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hunger group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's the option going left on second down. He'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's got some space here. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely... And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to move back in front. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. Ritter will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially on the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down, here's Barkley again. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second and 10, Jackson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. That would complete to Prochet. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Jackson now. And he's got Dorsett complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tremendous pursuit that time for the middle linebacker position. He had to cover a lot of ground to get in and make that play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And able to get this to the 31.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Ready. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Desmond Ridder taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On second down, here's Barkley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dobbins with it. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Okay, ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal,
Step it up! No way, you're kidding me! Are you kidding me?
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is Shepard on the catch.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
Room here to run.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Now what can Jackson do here at overtime? He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And Joy will